Great day and welcome everyone to today's live. Today is Tuesday, the alleged 23rd day of December. And we are gathered here today as we have been for over 6 years for our Newbie Tuesday. Newbie Tuesday has always been important to our community because every day we get people who are so new that they don't know that they are not slaves. Did you guys know that? Every day we meet people who don't yet know that they are not slaves. People who ask questions like, do I have to correct my status before I stand up for myself? Do I have to copyright my name? Do I have to know about bills of exchange? Do I have to know the UCC? Do I have to file a UCC 1? Should I be pulling UCC 11s? What about exclusive equity? Now, newbies shouldn't even know these words. If you these are not words and terms that newbies should even know. Yet they are, unfortunately, the ones that are brought to our attention and shoved into our face and shoved down our throats before we even know what law is. So, if you're here for the first time, welcome in. Please take advantage of our absolutely free, hopefully one of my admins can share the link, Newbie Tuesday guide that includes a link to our famous or infamous, however you want to look at it, As Above, So Below series, where we help to remove guru abuse that initially tells us things about authenticating the birth certificate and all that other jazz, unnecessary nonsense, as I call it. Some people will say, well, we're just going to respect other people's beliefs. We are not respecting bullshit. Okay? So before we get into the rest of today, gratitude for those who are joining us here on TikTok and those who are joining us on the Zoom, whether you are live or whether you are taking advantage of the recording. I will ask my admins to pay attention to the room and freely share the link to the Zoom on the TikTok page if any of my moderators are over there. Also, I want to let you guys know that we still have approximately, 7 or 8 days left for our $50 off coupon. Shout out to everybody who has taken advantage of it. And as I said, we had some people who could not transact until the end of the month. And so we extended it to everybody. Those who have been part of our community know that that's highly unusual. And it still works for all of our affiliates. If people uh, enroll in the class through your affiliate links, we are still sharing shares. So shout out to everybody who has been sharing. I see you guys out and about on the social media. Okay. And what else? I think those are all the housekeeping things we have. Again, I want to let you guys know that we just posted 2 separate videos because we have another impersonator, either a new impersonator or an old impersonator that changed their account name and just to show you guys how to not get scammed when you are actually looking for me or our community. I think that might have been why somebody reported my old account. They were probably hoping that my new account shows like it takes long to build. You know how sometimes it goes, so you have to rebuild a page, you got like 5 followers. They're doing that. And they're using my picture. They just updated with the picture I had, so I changed it again, and I'll change it every time. I'll change it every time. Gratitude.
You arrive when they want to be you.
I don't know. because there are people way more popular than I am that don't seem to have duplicate pages, so I'm not sure why I'm being singled out. It's absolutely
You
not.
already know. You
Uh,
already know.
well, somebody asked me this morning. They were like, "Why did they make other pages?" I was like, "Cause I'm the GOAT."
Boom, right there.
And they don't have what it takes to join the amicus group. They don't have what it takes to actually help people. So they try to impersonate. So I like to remind people I only communicate through my official website. And I don't know why you guys don't typically look for the link in people's bio. Look to see what their at name is. My at name is always going to be Lawful Living, and I will never invite you to my Telegram group. Do I have a Telegram group? Yes. Am I going to invite you? Probably not.
In
And
business
I
world, they call it
absolutely won't ever
in
invite you to my Telegram
in
group as the only way to get in touch with me because I have and have always had a legitimate website, an actual .com. Okay? I am not one of these hide behind social media everywhere people. I don't do that.
in the business world,
I
it's
have my
called
own
bait and switch. Bait and switch.
I have my own whole websites. I always have from when I started offering anything online from 2009. Yes, my people. 2009. My very first offerings online, I've had a .com forever, and I will always have one. I will never just say to just send money to some random cash app. I will never just tell you to go to some other social media uh you know whatever, okay? Not just old school Facebook, which I do have, but my emails at my actual website has people that man those emails. Support at freedomfromgovernment.org. What's the website? Freedomfromgovernment.org. Support at lawfulliving.com. What's the website? Lawfulliving.com. It's not that I don't want to give you guys my Telegram group, but you should probably get an invite from one of the people in the group instead of having me search for the link every time somebody wants to join. All right, here goes Elijah coming in the room, guys, right on time because we have a success story update. The thing about our success stories is that they're kind of like acknowledging that success is not a destination. Success is not a destination. Success is a way of life. Success is a way of being. Success is a lifestyle. It's a mindset that you apply over and over and over and over again. So, as usual, we might not always get the case dismissed outright. We might not always get it dismissed with prejudice. Okay? But the reason behind which we get the attorneys to either back off or dismiss without prejudice, the way, the reason, the foundational principle behind it is what makes them never come back. Isn't that crazy? Absolutely. So I want my brother-in-law, Trading Brigade, to take the floor and share the story. And again, it seems like Elijah is in the building. So
Yeah, I see Elijah. I
all
see
right, I'm gonna mute
Elijah.
out.
So I'm sharing screen here if you're able to see the screen, right? It's related to an eviction, a dispossessory action in Georgia where an attorney, Mike, filed a dispossessory affidavit in the magistrate court. Of course, we responded with a notice to the court, right? They did a good faith attorney notice to attorney Mike and a woman, Elizabeth Edwards Colston, who filed a motion to compel payment into the court's registry. Now, upon receiving the email, she responded by saying, I received your email below and the letter that you attached to it. I am researching this matter and conversing with our firm's client Bozuto, which manages Sora at Spring Quarter, and will follow up with you as soon as possible. So that was the response from receiving the good faith attorney notice.
By email.
By email. And if you see here that the date, actually, it's November 18th, right? Now, looking at the docket, 11/18, 11/19. Oh, well, she did file the motion to compel 11/12. She received the email 11/18, right? This amendment was really this amendment, plaintiff first amendment, it's their document. But what's interesting here is that upon receiving the good faith notice, and she did respond to what I just read, the day after, she went and she withdrew the motion to compel payment into the registry.
Did y'all hear that?
And not only that, it seems as if no attorney wants to touch the matter. Now, the designation of agent, some member, possibly one who is affiliate with the entity claiming to be the landlord. Am I making sense? So the attorney has withdrawn their motion
to compel
payment into the registry. Yes.
Upon receipt.
Yes, of the good faith attorney notice. And after withdrawal, designation of agent, this is not an attorney, this is an officer or member of the entity who is now claimed to be designated as an agent to represent the landlord's interest.
Can we see that document?
Well, the thing is, and that's the thing, that's what I'm getting at too, because according to the uniform rules for the magistrate court, all is required is for them to sign that they have been duly designated, but there is no actual proof of the designation. So that's an issue that is being taken up as well.
Absolutely.
And it's already great inference to draw a reasonable conclusion that the matter was initiated without any proper authority.
Absolutely. Based on the actions that they're doing right now, trying to ratify it after the fact.
Yeah. Well, that attorney should be considered a smart one. Just saying.
The one that withdrew.
The one that withdrew.
Right.
And guess what? Elijah, you could chip into, bro. We drafted a simple document to ask that if at the time relevant to the filing of the motion, filing and withdrawal, to be honest, if they were ever vested or designate proper authority to have acted in such manner.
What is that? Something that's been filed, drafted and filed?
No, well, it's drafted, but it's just it's gonna be sent via email. Just
okay.
a private following up with the attorney.
Yeah.
Elijah.
Yeah. Yes.
How you feeling, young blood?
Hey, man.
You getting grown up in this lawful living stuff.
Yeah, Trader McGay be on my ass, so I be quiet because he be giving me the whoopings and I take the whoopings. I take it. I love it though. It's very transforming compared to when I started to where we are now. Very transforming.
Growing up, young blood. I'm so proud of you.
I mean, I got my wings now. I can fly, I guess.
Beating evictions all over the place.
Yeah, I've been speaking about it, and like a lot of people have been kind of reaching out, like now, like with me just speaking about even my personal situation. So I've been like, trying to refer them to the group to Trader McGay, like, just bring as many as I can. If I can make you look at my face, I'm trying to bring you to the group. So
look at me, look at me. Join the group now.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep myself kept with my hair done so I can be able to pull everybody in. We at that point right now in the world. I yield, Joe.
Yeah, but it's really interesting though. Just this action alone, the day after receiving the good faith notice, which is the 18th of November, the 19th, she went and withdrew. And just
I
recognizing
wonder what she found. What did the attorney
that,
find that made them withdraw?
that they had no
Hmm.
authority and it will be challenged. That's
So
what's up.
let me just tell you guys what I noticed since this is Newbie Tuesday. There is a lure, a more than one lure, L-U-R-E and a L-O-R-E. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Let's look it up. Since it's Newbie Tuesday and what we do over here is look up words.
When you say lure, I'm talking about a fishing lure.
Yes, there is a lure and a lure. So let's look up the two different lure. L-U-R-E,
That's a fishing lure.
meaning maybe it should be etymology.
Yeah.
So there's a lure,
Attempt
meaning
to entice.
attempt to attract, to entice someone to come closer. And let's see if lure, okay? Meaning a body of traditions, knowledge on a subject or held by a particular group. It's the same thing, two different types of lore. What is that lore? The lore is the money on the table. Y'all ever heard those internet gurus talk about you leaving money on the table?
All the times.
All they want you to do is be lured in by the lure of money. Anybody ever heard that? Let me see who else is in chat besides Trading Brigade.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
They will tell you you should be entitled to all of this payment and because you gave an instrument and the instrument has value and it's valued in gazillions of doll hairs and you should ask for the accounting. Y'all heard about that shit? But let me tell you something. If you cannot and do not invalidate the instruments, if you cannot or do not invalidate the instruments, which means you ain't gonna get paid, at least not from the instrument. You might get paid from the damages, okay? But you are not going to be able to get your hands on an original any fucking thing, endorse it, and cash that bitch. Just so we are clear.
I got
There's
my
a
birth
lure.
certificate.
You say that again?
I heard that.
That boy got jokes.
I said toilet paper.
I heard something
I'd
about
be careful with that.
He
but
said toilet
the
paper.
reason why I call it a lure is because the internet gurus want you to focus on that part, right? Get to the bag, right, Hassan? But
Allegedly.
they cannot dismiss cases. And if you don't get the case against you dismissed, if you're not able to properly cancel those and challenge those instruments that that some internet guru is trying to tell you you're gonna get paid on, you're not gonna win your case. You're not gonna get to the part where you get to claim any money. You're not gonna get it. But they want to sell that part.
For real.
Because they can't show you how to get the case dismissed. They can't show you how to when a case is brought, an alleged debt is brought against one of us. They cannot show us how to get the attorney to back off, go away. They have no receipts. So they want you to just listen to their pontification on how to get to the bag.
Correct. That's how those attorneys sound when we're done with them.
Those attorneys don't sound like nothing. They silent.
Oh no, I was talking about the crying in the background.
Oh, from the baby.
That's what Man was doing. He was caricaturing the attorney tears.
They will tell you that they don't have any receipts and they cannot show you any receipts. And I'm not saying you got to show receipts every single day or you have to even have receipts in every single aspect. But there's people who have none. Do you hear me? Not one, not even their own. But they have stories and they have pontification about getting to the bag, cashing in your debentures and hereditaries and what the fuck is some other stupid crap.
Hereditaments.
Hereditaments, tenements, all type of stuff they never did. They can't explain. They can't point to anybody that they've assisted to do it. Someone's Rafiki says, I think I have to make a full video of what happened with me before they say I can't discuss. I'm gonna share all emails. I already told y'all they're gonna have to take Malika to jail if I win anything. If I win $1 million and they trying to say they gotta seal the case, you just gonna have to sue me because I'm gonna tell everybody, and I'm gonna tell everybody on my way doing it, all the way doing it. Y'all already know.
Word.
And after it's done, you just gonna have to try to sue me. What you gonna sue me under? A statute? You gonna sue me under a statute because I told all my friends how to kick your ass?
The only NDA I know is Noble Drew Ali. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
They will lie and say I can't talk about it.
The state has jurisdiction over private property as long as statutes are applicable.
And how are they gonna prove that?
That's what they said. I'm just repeating what they said.
Question to them. How are you gonna prove that?
Record doesn't reflect.
There are people that's gonna say that they don't have to show. There are people that's gonna say that they don't have to show any proof, and I'm here to say they are correct. You don't have to show proof, but guess what? You are not going to convince Malika if you don't. And Malika's gonna tell everybody if you convinced by people who cannot show proof, woe unto you. Woe unto you. I will not be letting people up on my panel that don't have no goddamn receipts. You're not coming up here. Okay?
Yeah.
You're not going to be allowed to talk shit to my audience and I just let you go.
Yeah.
We were on our Saturday study group. Saturday study group is typically for people who can't make it during the week. I don't host it, but there's a bunch of people on here that are typically on there on Saturdays. And this Saturday, there was a special speaker, member, study group member, whatever you want to call them, that was invited. I might make it on one Saturday or two a month. So I'm not always there, but I drop in when I can. So this Saturday, I was like, oh, we're going to have somebody who used to work at a bank, who allegedly used to work with the bankruptcy courts or whatever.
No.
Hassan might remember some.
No. Jesus Christ.
Hassan was the host. Okay. Filling in for the regular host, which is Rima Faith on lawfulliving.com. Some of you guys may already be friends with her. She's also hosted a couple of classes, like our Reparations Reloaded class.
Word.
Okay. And some of you were on the Sue Them and Make Them Settle class as well. That is from another one of the Saturday study members. They did that class. So anyway, the special guest comes on. And I know some of you guys know Samaya. Y'all ever seen Samaya upset?
Real hard to get somebody upset too. It's hard to get some. I know
a bunch of people were upset on Saturday.
Yeah.
Samaya was one of them. Samaya
Yeah.
spoke out before I did because I was talking and I was mainly typing in the chat
To me,
while this
I mean,
person was talking
yeah, Malika was throwing tomatoes and shit in the chat.
in the chat. I was
Boo.
like, oh, hell no. Oh, Lord, here we go. Shout out to Mother Sahar.
Word.
This guy came on there, and I'm telling you, I tried, guys, but he started off talking about the minor account. He started talking about the minor account. Some of y'all newbies, remember I said earlier a few minutes ago, there are terms that newbies know that they should not know.
Word.
Just like how you know when a child is too young to be using a term that they're using. Y'all know what I'm saying? 5-year-olds talking about algebra stuff, you're gonna be like, what? Why are you all the way over there? You should just be learning how to enunciate and write your letters and stuff like that. Somebody out here telling you about claiming the minor account. Raw Hippies on here from our chat yesterday, Hassan.
But yay, what's goody? Hey, I
That's,
got a question to our 50 and over crew. Did you know that if you're over 50, you can still be a minor too?
oh,
We're not going to qualify it. We're just going to say that over 50 you can still be a minor. Okay, I'm
this
going to
is the
stop.
type of stuff that this dude was talking. This guest, okay? They started talking about claiming the minor account, and I immediately was like, "Oh Lord, here we go." What the hell are you talking about? Dude literally said you could be 50 years old and still a minor.
And by the way, shout out to Raw Hippie. I ain't gonna front. She remind me of Cindy low key a little bit.
She does,
She's
right?
so
She does.
real.
She has that Cindy energy for real.
Yes, I love that. I yield.
Someone says they what? They're saying get an ID me account to take over your retirement fund. I mean, just total insanity. They just say these things. Thank you, Keon. They just say these things. Getting out of debt. If it is minor in mentality, we're talking about someone who is disabled. Does everybody understand? That's when the ADA would kick in. If you're talking about just minor in mentality, you cannot be talking about you must be talking about somebody disabled, not somebody who is just 50 and didn't claim their so-called minor account pursuant to some online guru. I actually got the feeling, guys, that this man was reading from a script. I got the feeling he was reading from a script. And that's why he wasn't paying attention to what we were saying in the comments. And
Right.
until Samaya cut him off and was like, bro, what are you saying? And then Samaya went as far as to say, I'm not going to say you're lying because I don't know you. And that's where I jumped in. And I was like, I could tell when I'm listening to a liar, even if I never met you. Y'all know what I'm talking about? You know when somebody is lying or when you're reading a
Mhm.
lie, even if you can't hear the
Word.
voice saying it, right? Can't you
Word.
read a lie and be like, that's a lie? I don't have to know the speaker or the writer.
Sixth sense.
I don't have to know the speaker or the writer. I can tell when somebody's lying to me when I know the topic that they're talking about and my research and experience suggests otherwise. They start talking about an attorney can't bring equity. That's where Samaya jumped in actually. She said, because some of y'all know, Samaya used to work in the district attorney's office for half a decade.
Word.
You don't think she knows some things about court cases?
To the point where she asked them, so they're doing it under what gave a grounds under which it could be done, and he still answereth noteth.
He went back to reading whatever was on his screen. Jasenia said she thought she was listening to Amir's class. Somebody didn't even know even who Amir was. And I'm like, that's so good. I'm so glad somebody don't know. Yes. Not even how they speak. When I have education and knowledge about the topic, I can tell when someone is lying. I can also tell when someone, even though they might be telling the truth, they have never done it, nor have they assisted somebody else in doing it. They are just pontificating and posturing because they want to sell you their consultations, etc. Probably sell you a couple of my templates as if it was theirs. Anybody know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Just his
Yeah.
mentor did.
This thing is like, I feel like I'm listening to Homeboy's class. He was probably reading from in the class. He obviously had no idea who he was talking to. He was talking to an advanced study group. So those things that he could sell to new people, he could not sell to us. And it is my wish that I could instill that type of perspective on everyone here and beyond. He said, this is where he fucked up. He
He's
said,
not looking for people.
say that again, just saying, I was just about to say it.
Looking for new people.
He says, we are looking for people. We are looking for groups.
Yeah,
That
AK,
we
the, the private network. Yeah, we're looking for more trustees to be
He
people
said,
to be
we are
trustees.
looking for more trustees. And here's the problem. I asked him, who has he helped with his alleged knowledge?
Hundreds of
He
people.
said hundreds, my people. He said hundreds of people. But then right after, he says, we are looking for people. So I said, N-word. If you already helped hundreds of people, why those hundreds of people are not bringing you people like Elijah? Why those hundreds of people that you help?
Word.
Why they not building community with you? Why are people not seeking you out? Why are you not growing based on referrals?
I barely turned my camera on, but I had to for this one. Look, check it out. I promise you, when he said that,
You're breaking up, bro.
I was saying I was just like how he was with Nick. You know what I mean? I just threw my hand on my face, yo. I'm like, oh my God, yo, like I could not believe it. Like put my hand on my forehead so hard when he was saying that. I'm like, yo, this
He
is
just didn't know who he was
funny.
talking to. Again, if you
Yeah.
think you're talking down to actual newbies, you're gonna say some nonsense like what he said. But if you're a thinker, if you're a doer, you're gonna smell bullshit. You have to learn how to listen for lies, and that requires that you have some education yourself. When somebody starts telling you attorneys can't bring a case in equity, then what the hell is the court doing? When it's right, it says equity right here, and equity is equity versus at law, if you will, versus admiralty and all that. It depends on the pleadings. It depends on what is being alleged, not some other thing that you could just invoke whichever one you wish. That's right, raw hippie. I put my hand up on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Okay. Yes. People are
All
not encouraged to think in general because most of the gurus, given that guru abuse syndrome, that gas, they just want to be able to use, fancy words or terms, and then it makes them seem like they know stuff.
Hey, I gotta admit, even for Derek to say today, hey man, you explained that so well. You ain't even use any legalese or big
He's
words, man.
stroking
You
you
said,
off, bro. He was doing a lot of that shit on the panel. He's stroking you. That's
hey,
what he
bro,
do.
hey, sis, you already know that I pay not as attention to that. I'm paying attention to. I totally am doing that on purpose so that the people can see it can be understood just as plain and just as simple as it is as we explain it for real at our community. Shout out to our amicus group for real, because that's how I'm able to do what I do in refining my studies by referring to my village, so to speak, and giving my village its props at all times because the sense of community must be better fostered. It has to be. We have to have a better sense of fostering community. So he can stroke all he wants.
That's all he
The
do.
truth is the truth. Yeah, the truth is the truth, though. I didn't say one thing out my mouth that could confuse Pookie and Ray Ray and Boom Quisha and them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna take note of that and incorporate it into his pontification.
Yeah, and I get it because my man is a macaw. He's not a parrot. He's a macaw. Let me stop. I'm just serious.
So this is just to put you guys up on game because people are out here doing the 3-card Monty. There are people who are telling you to get to the bag, to get to the debentures, to claim the original note, to cash it, or that shit it does not work that way. It does not work that way. No matter how much you might wish it to work that way, it does not work that way. And this is why people get laughed off. No, he got the gab, not the sauce. The gab, the blah blah blah, the blah blah blah. I'm giving it lip service. I found all the ways to phrase the truth so that you could associate me with remedy. But that doesn't mean that you're actually going to get it. And when you don't get the remedy, you know what I'm going to say? You just applied it wrong, which may or may not be true in certain cases. But where are the rest of the receipts that it was applied right? Hello? Where is the rest? If you want to say it's just because of user error, shouldn't you have other users that the shit went through with, worked for? Hello? Common sense is calling. Are you
Word.
are you faster? Common sense is chasing you. Are you faster? If you want, it's okay to be able to claim
Malika
user
sounded like
error.
the ice cream truck. Hello.
It's okay to claim user error because we all know user error is a true thing. But if for you to actually be able to claim that with intellectual honesty or any other kind of honesty, can you show that it was properly applied at any time for anybody and get a receipt? Or is that your carte blanche excuse because you've helped no one?
That's why when people in the comments was like, "Here's another parrot talking about me," I thought that was so cute. I was like, "Okay, let me." I can't remember where that email is, but let me see if I can
Nah, there's no,
Sentence
there.
into
Look,
names. Send out, bro. Unnecessary names. Hey,
it's funny. We had a lot of squad in the thing today, but on Saturday when our sister Samaya went off, it was because she was in protective mode. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah, we hear like a little beep buzzing.
Yeah, I think that's his mic glitching
Yeah.
out. I think he's glitching
Yeah.
out bad.
So we might need to mute that. Samaya got upset because she was in her protective auntie mama mode when she heard that nonsense dude was talking Saturday. She became very protective of the people on the call, just in case somebody was there that was trying to buy what this nonsense dude was selling.
yeah, she was. My bad. I was switching over to Wi-Fi. Yeah, she was. She was.
Exclusive equity. As soon as he said that, I was out. I was out.
Shit, Self
Equity.
warned me the night before. He warned us the night before.
I asked self, I was like, how come you didn't come waste a few hours with us?
He
Waste
was
some
like, no,
time.
He was like, no way.
Listen to some dumb shit for like 10 minutes. And until the people on the call could not stand it anymore. To the point where they contradicted themselves. And I told them, I said, you know this is being recorded, right? They have me on there playing bad cop and Hassan playing good cop. I know for some of y'all, that's gonna be amazing.
It's usually reverse.
It's usually
Usually.
reverse.
Yeah, usually I'm the one that leaves a bad taste in someone's mouth. You know what I mean? But Malika was like, hey, let me hold your bonnet. You take mine real quick. I was like, okay.
Where is McReal? That's
He doing
usually the
good.
bad cop.
We didn't talk to McReal until Sunday.
Correct. Correct.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's in good spirits.
I was like, bro, where were you yesterday? We needed you. We needed you on Saturday.
Yeah, because bro would have straight told him, shut the fuck up. Like straight up. You already know me really straight
Yeah,
up.
and he would have said it just like that too, with the extra K.
Exactly.
He's enunciating the C and the K,
For real.
because that's what it ended up being. Just nonsense. He said he's gonna. Oh, when we asked for statutes, codes, rules, regulations, he had none to show. He said, "Oh, I wasn't prepared for that." You better come on here prepared to show some words, some terms, some conditions and shit. What are you out here talking about if you're not gonna show anything? Oh, that's right. If I want you to just believe, I'm not gonna show you anything. I'm gonna go tell you to be well, of course, everybody needs to be trying to be their own receipt, right? But if you cannot show how whatever you're talking about has helped at least one person, I'm putting y'all up on game for real, because there's a whole marketing campaign on get people to trust you and buy your shit without you having to prove anything. And too many of us seem to have subscribed to that mindset.
I think I have a late confession. When we heard what the brother's appellation was, I'm like, damn, why that sound familiar? And
Oh,
I
you went
remember,
and looked it up?
well, a friend-in-law had sent me back in January I think it's two audio
Oh
recordings.
my God.
And they was like, bro, look, check this out. There's this brother that's over at this other group talking this. Listen to this and let me know if there's anything you can take from that, or is it complete BS? Now I won't say who the friend-in-law is, but he's definitely one of our most loving members in the community. And when I went back to look into my files in my iPad, I
Oh
was like,
no, you
that's
saw
the
the
same
name?
name. And I
Oh,
saw what date it was. I said,
oh.
I knew who this was.
I'm looking for a community. This is not it. Do not come here and try to take advantage of people in this community.
Correct.
Those who are the mothers and fathers, fathering types, we're not gonna allow you to do it. Get your marbles and go somewhere else. Like
That's why I
Jesus
love our
said,
community.
dust every single crumb off your sandals and go. We are not here for it. We will not stand for it. Okay? So anyway, let's get some newbie questions. Just wanted to let you guys know that this is why Newbie Tuesday is around and has been around. There's too many people who think they're advanced, but you're not advanced. You're not advanced. You need to come sit with some Newbie Tuesday study folks and get your mind right. Talking about exclusive equity. What the F is that? And Samaya said it right on Saturday. You can only plead equity when there's no adequate remedy at law. You cannot just invoke equity because of Hassan said, "Is this the King of Zamunda?" I was like, "Yeah,
Oh my
this is
God.
exactly that energy."
Wow.
You cannot invoke equity just because you're the King of Zamunda. It doesn't work that way.
That was
Can
tough.
you show you have no adequate remedy at law? Can you show that you've been prejudiced in the courts? Can can you show conspiracy against rights? Can or are you just going to stand there with your exclusive equity nonsense that has worked nowhere with no one?
Yeah, the exclusive equity thing is like exclusive thread. And it's like, okay, no. See, you don't need to be wearing clothes. Forget them shirts and pants. You just need to be having thread and a sewing machine. Like, that's cool, but I don't
So
want
that
to
you
be.
could make a shirt?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that clothing store is called SPC DBA and Associates. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Josette, go ahead with your question, comment, or emotional outburst.
Hi, thank you. So I submitted my claim to the state of Tennessee. They made a PDF copy or whatever. They scanned it in their computer, and then they email me and tell me that they would like me to fill it out, fill out their thing online. And I I don't see any point in that, and I don't want to do it. I'm not comfortable with that.
What's the
And
problem?
I don't like putting my information out there. And
But
I'd
your
like them to,
information is already out there. You said
I
you filled it
know.
out and you gave it to them.
Right.
So
So why should I?
are you just being stubborn and prejudicing yourself, or do you have a legitimate qualm?
No, I have a legitimate qualm.
Which is,
I don't like putting that kind of information out.
but you
Over.
already put it out because you filled out the application already, which is why they have it.
Oh no, I mailed my claim. I did it all myself. I didn't put it all
Right.
online.
Okay. It's not like you're putting it online like on Facebook, correct?
Right.
You're submitting it through their online system, correct?
That's what they want, yeah.
So you're saying that that's what they want as if it's just their feelings. Is that's what required for the process you're attempting to do? Because those are not the same.
No, it's not. They did not it's required.
They might not have said that it's required, but doesn't mean that it's not required.
Okay, so I need to ask. Okay.
I mean, there's Google right here. Do you not know the process that you're following?
Yeah, but when I've already mailed it, I'm
Okay,
not.
but in the process that you're following, do the rules say that mailing is suffice?
It doesn't say you have to. It just says to mail it or do the online thing. I don't know if it says either or though. I'll say that.
Okay, so you should absolutely be cognizant of what the rules say before you decide based on your mere feelings that you're not going to do something when it might be required to do with the process that you're following.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
So I'll give you an example. There's some people who can do their tort claims directly with the agency. There's some people who have to do their tort claims in the court. There's some people who, regardless of if it's a regular complaint or a tort claim, it has to be done electronically, depending on the jurisdiction. So to say that I just don't want to do it, it's fine. You don't have to want to do it. but that means that you probably are not going to be able to do that process.
Okay.
And you should find out if you should stand up for yourself and be like, hey, it says here I could do it either way. And I did do it this way, one of these options. That's the best way for me. That's the way I feel comfortable with, whatever. And then allow them to be like, all right, well, we won't press the issue.
Okay. That's
Okay.
good.
So just learn. Good job on filing though.
Yeah. I did send it to the insurance company as well because it's two cases.
Okay.
From cop, and they said they denied it because it wasn't within the year, and it actually was within the year. And now I think the guy's ghosting me because I emailed him and I also mailed what I've emailed him, and he has not responded.
Awesome. That is great because once you catch them in a lie, that's a denial of due process, even if it was within the time frame by only a matter of hours. If it was properly within the time frame, then that shows that the agent themselves, or perhaps the agency responsible for the agent, is negligent, incompetent, or perhaps in criminal conspiracy with the party that you're reporting.
Josette, your confidence in how you move forward in many of these quote unquote legal situations, your confidence will grow exponentially the more you endeavor to comprehend the nature of the transaction of anything that it is. You see what I'm saying? Because then what you'll focus on is what is major to focus on, and all the minor stuff you'll just completely negate. You won't even let it get in the way of you getting to the goal to meet your objective. So just to you and anyone else here at the sound of my voice, just really get to know the nature of the transaction. Like, you comprehend the nature of hide and seek. You had to agree, you had to put a toe in, somebody picked for somebody to be it, and you had to go hide after, you know what I mean, while they're counting. You comprehend the nature of that transaction of hide and seek. You need to endeavor to comprehend the nature of the transaction of anything else that we're dealing with, because we're playing grown folks tag. I yield.
Yes.
Now, as far as this insurance company lying, do I create another claim?
Respond back. No, respond back and show them the evidence that is within the year.
I did twice, 3 times.
Oh, okay, well then they get to be part of the claim when you bring it to the next level.
Okay, well, I'm doing sue along right now, so
You. Hey, that's what's up. So once a tort claim is denied, the rules tell you exactly what to do, and it's typically escalating to a court claim. Gratitude, guys. I appreciate you all being here. Shout out to the folks on TikTok dropping the daily heart me as they come in.
Yeah, I'm about to go over there and mod. We're back from hunting and gathering. I'm about to jump in there and see.
Appreciate.
Indeed.
All right. Thank you for your question, Josette. Franco C.
Oh, you're good.
Hey, Malika.
Hey.
This is Carmen. How are you?
I figured. Hey.
Hey, Carmen.
I'm on a new computer. My other computer crashed, and I have to reset everything on this new computer. So anyway, my question is, obviously it's not a newbie question, but I filed my mandamus on the case for the state to get them to do their ministerial duty, and that was denied.
Did they tell you the grounds?
Nope, no grounds, no reason whatsoever. So I inquire with my bot. I gave it the order, and it said that it's not. It wasn't denied on the merits. It wasn't, so that there is a procedural thing that these judges like to do. So I'm like, okay, so what's my next step now?
That sounds like they're suggesting that there's something, like you said, procedurally that needed to have been done in that lower court case that might not have been done, so it's not ripe for mandamus.
Okay.
Let's go over what might have been done on that lower court. They
Hold
got the
on.
notice?
Oh my God. Did you hear what she said though, Malika?
What?
She said she asked her Florida remedy what to do next. I love that. Okay, go ahead. I yield. I love that. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So what did it suggest for you to do next, Franco?
Okay, so it suggested that it gave me two options and I could do both of them at the same time or spaced out. So it kind of gave me the option of which to do. So it told me that I could do a writ of certiorari or I could do a verified writ of habeas corpus for the capias. So the writ of certiorari requires 300, and that has a very specific.
I would suggest to re-examine what has been put onto the lower court. To properly evaluate what to do next. Because let's say, for example, and I'm just making this part up. Let's say, for example, in order for the appellate court, is that where it said to take?
Yes.
Is that where it goes, Florida? Okay. So let's say the appellate court can only look at the mandamus if you've exhausted all of your other administrative remedies in that lower court case. So let's say that includes, notice, a judicial notice. It includes a motion to reconsider, motion, whatever, motion to dismiss. Okay, let's say those are parts, right, of exhausting that administrative remedy before it's ripe for mandamus. I would look at those things. I would look to see, make sure, because
I haven't done a motion to reconsider because the only thing that they've finally stopped putting attorneys on the case. And
well, congratulations.
The only unlawful thing that they have, and they just don't want to remove it because they know that when they remove it, they're going to lose their I guess imaginary power, is the capias, and that's what I want to be gone.
So when you say they stopped putting attorneys on the case, you mean they stopped assigning you attorneys?
Yes, correct.
Clap it up.
They stop assigning me attorneys, but they're not ruling on the motions on the record.
What motions are on the record right now?
The motions that are on the record is actually a motion to dismiss, a motion to quash the capias, all the other motions. Oh, and I put in a motion for her to remove herself from the case since I have a tort claim on that judge, and she denied that. And that's why I did the writ of prohibition to have the appellate court remove her from my case.
Okay. So has there been an answer on the prohibition?
Not yet, because I needed to send some money, and I just send the money, and now the whole thing is closed for a few days because of the holidays.
Oh.
So yeah, I believe that's going to be successful with the appellate telling her to get off of it just because there is a conflict of interest.
Okay. I think that the recommendation for the prohibition was from self.
No, it came from the bot.
I'm going to say it came from self.
Well, myself, I kind of already knew that I needed to prohibit her from doing it. But yeah, the bot was the one who confirmed it. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I got you.
So, the writ of habeas corpus, the reason why it suggested that is said that because in essence, my liberty is being confined.
Correct.
And it doesn't in Florida, and I don't know if this is anywhere else since my bot is specifically for Florida remedy, that in Florida, your body doesn't have to be necessarily captured in order for you to do the habeas.
That's universal. That's people, again, it's the guru abuse syndrome. they say habeas means a body, but they think it means, some people think it means an unalive body because they're using the word corpse, but corpse just means body and it includes bodies of documents.
Right.
It's very similar to a subpoena ducis tecum,
Yes.
where they have to bring the body of law that they used, not necessarily a body of a man or woman. And again, this is, I keep saying, this is why we do our As So Below series. This is why we have our Newbie Tuesdays, so that people get actual comprehension and not superstition and dogma that they repeat that is in error. So I'm glad that brought the bot that Hassan constructed, aka Off Duty Alibi constructed, is assisting you with that. But before you move forward, I would make sure it's aware that you have the uh motions, the motion to quash and the motion to dismiss on the record. Did you also file the notice to the court or no?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the first thing.
Right.
Actually,
So
when I first,
I would tell the bot that those three things are on the record and to
yes.
re-examine it to see if the denial of the mandamus might have been because those three things are maybe not sufficient. Maybe there's other things that you could file. And so I would just suggest that.
Okay.
Especially before the certiorari. I'm aware of that too. But I would make sure that I do everything, you know what I mean, including the habeas. So that sounds like a better idea. It at this time, in my opinion.
Yeah,
You
that's
could
what
do it.
I was kind of leaning towards the habeas because first of all, the habeas doesn't cost me nothing. And I can put that I can put that in, and then
We love
I figure
free.
I can go ahead and do the I'm going to wait till after the holidays are done because the court is basically working on minimal people right now, and then they're going to be shut down like for 2 days. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that habeas into the record after January and see what happens with that.
I like to make a suggestion, Carmen,
Sure.
because I went in a bit of a study session on my own yesterday, and I was wondering, I wanted to further comprehend 28 USC 2255. So some people like on the Fed time will get their sentencing reduced and stuff like that. But I wanted to comprehend it a little more. I know it's the federal equivalent of like setting aside and vacating and whatnot. But I wanted to know what was I curated a list of the state equivalent for all 50 states. And I think for Florida, since technically they're treating it as quasi-criminal, I want to know if you could then possibly put to your Florida remedy, see how Florida rules of criminal procedure 3.850. And what I'll do is real quick, I'll put that in the chat, right? Just to see and then run that and see if that's another possibility, because I want, instead of that whole habeas thing type energy, I wonder if some way of setting aside the capias or something.
I think she put a motion to set it aside, and that's one of the things that has not been ruled on. So
actually, it got ruled on the mandamus because that was together filed with the mandamus, even though it was a separate document. But that got denied as well.
What got denied?
The order to stay or recall the capias.
Denied by who?
Denied by the appellate.
That's not something to file in the appellate.
Oh, that's where I filed it.
I understand that's where you filed it, but that's not where it's supposed to get filed.
Okay, I'll put it on the other side then.
So you did not put a motion to withdraw the capias in the lower court?
Well, on the lower court, I put a motion to quash it, lack of authority.
Okay. And so why did you do something, did you put the same thing on the appellate?
No, on the appellate, it was a motion to stay or recall the capias.
And where did you get the instructions that that's the appellate thing, that's where you put that.
The bot told me to do that.
To put a motion.
Yeah, when I was doing the mandamus research on it, those are the documents that it gave me. So it gave me the mandamus and it gave me the motion to stay, even though it's a separate document.
But I'm not sure if that's like a appellate thing. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Was that what the Florida remedy gave you? I'm curious.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
That's
I would have to
interesting.
go look at the reasoning for that.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm interested in looking at the reasoning for that
Oh,
myself.
Tony, I missed the yeehaw. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, but if I need to go ahead and put that on the lower court, then I'll go ahead and do
sometimes you need to just question it a little bit more of why that particular strategy.
Okay. All right, no
before
problem.
execution. So you already put a quash and a motion to quash and a motion to dismiss on the lower. They did not rule.
No.
And so you did the mandamus. It's denied. Yeah, I would have to make sure that it was denied because there was something procedurally that could have been done on the lower court, but perhaps was not.
Yeah, I don't know what more can I do, because all the other motions, those motions have been the only motions that they've actually ruled on has been the motions about the attorneys, and not because they're listening to me per se, but because the attorney is putting the motion to withdraw. So they're not listening to me, they're listening to the attorney. Because when I put the motions in to withdraw the attorneys, I also send them a private letter. So I send it directly to the attorney telling them, I did not hire you, I do not consent for your representation. So I go directly to them.
Yeah, but that doesn't make a difference.
That's interesting. Yeah, definitely question, and any of you that have access to your state's remedy project, like, have no qualm with questioning it. Why? Why are you saying this? According to what in the procedure or X, Y, and Z? You know what I'm saying? Just to see.
Yeah. I think it did give me a little bit of information like that, Hassan. I will probably need to go in there, or you can go in there and look as well.
Yeah, never make your bot your leader.
Right. Yeah. And remember,
make your bot your leader, guys.
Remember too, I also told you about the other, large language model that can be useful for making sure everything is absolutely in alignment with their practices. Right.
That's in the documents that are uploaded there.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Remember, because you can use both those large language models to be able to make sure that they're not, giving you anything that's not actually sound, because one can check the other and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. I will keep you updated as this continues to progress.
Okay.
Word.
All right. Someone says, I haven't sent my notice to persons and liability. I'm not sure what that means. Should I make 7 different cases? I'm not sure why you would do that, or even anything else. I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish, Keon. And I know that the typing is limited on here, which is why we share the link to the Zoom if you guys want to come over and actually speak so that we could comprehend and not try to guess what you're typing. She's correct. These people are corrupt. There are people who are corrupt, but also if they're corrupt but they're sitting in a chair that people can control because they're acting in the public trust capacity, we don't care. We're going to treat them like they're here to serve, as they promise to be when they show up on the clock. We're going to treat them like that. And we're going to require them to do their duty and nothing else.
Word.
And we're going to prosecute them if they misbehave, instead of just getting together on the internet and complaining about them. Yes. Use it as a tool. Don't let the tool use you. Queen's iPad. Go ahead with your question, comment, or emotional outburst.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Gratitude for my gifts, girl.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, I got a receipt. Technically, is not like a big win yet. It's
Hey,
pending.
stop downplaying the wins.
But
Stop downplaying the wins.
so it's in my file. It's pertaining to Orange County because, as you guys, well, if you've been tracking with us for a couple of weeks, I've been trying to figure out how to get remedy for Orange County utilities in Florida. And I'm just going to read a brief part of the letter that was sent out to me because it's in my file, but I ain't got no screen share. But
I can set the screen share if you guys want.
Just so y'all could see that I ain't really making it up. This is the letter right here.
Okay.
Okay. And then
can one of our admins pin her screen at least?
And then in reference to the letter, it basically starts off by addressing me by the so-called calling that I have, the dwelling in which I'm staying. And then it says, the Florida Attorney General Office received your complaint regarding Orange County utilities. We appreciate hearing from you. I am sorry about your difficulties. In Florida, public utility owned by a county or city are primarily regulated by the governing commission of the local governments.
So that is the county commissioners.
Yeah.
Or whatever the equivalent is.
And the appreciated authority to be addressed, your concern is the Orange County Board of Commissions.
Okay, and they got a copy as well, right?
Yeah, they got a copy as well. I didn't address it to the person.
They just didn't respond yet.
Yeah, they didn't respond, and I didn't address it to the person that they said because apparently it's by district. That's how they're operating.
Okay, so the one Orange County Utilities may have 10 different districts or something like that.
Yeah.
But when whoever receives it, even if it's misdirected to somebody in a different district, they would know who to get it to.
But then the best part about the letter, it says, because our office is not authorized to provide legal assistance to private individuals. Clap, clap, clap. Okay. If you need legal guidance,
I'm going to give you some legal advice.
Please consult an attorney. That part, I didn't really need that part.
Well, because that's an incorrect statement. That statement, do you guys see how that statement is speaking against itself from the beginning? It says their office can't help private individuals, right?
Yeah, and then it says,
then they pitch to an attorney.
Can
an attorney help private individuals?
No. And then it has the address for the Florida bar where you can locate attorney.
The rest of the criminals.
Yeah, the rest
where you could locate the rest of the criminals.
The criminal group or the mafia organization.
Correct.
Okay, so my because I know we were working on this, do I resend something to the specific district person,
I would call,
or do I just go?
I would call them or email them and say, let them know that you sent it into the generic address and you want to know if it will eventually get to the person or if resending it would be best. Because like I said, let's say they have 10, I'm just making it up. Let's say they have 10 precincts there. If you send it to the person of precinct 1 and they see the address and they know that the precincts go by address, they should know who to forward it to. But you don't have to guess. You can always just call and confirm and let them know you sent it to the generic address and you wanted to know if it would eventually get to who it needs to, or should you resend it. Also, if they say to resend it, I would suggest to ask for an email so that it can get to them faster instead of waiting for it to come in snail mail.
Okay. And then because of this particular outcome that didn't outcome yet. I was trying to go ahead with the part that we were working on, so I gotta get on your schedule. Do you have availability this week?
Yeah,
Or
just
'cause I know.
go ahead
Okay.
and check my the link, guys. If one of my affiliates or admins can post the link, or Sunny can
Yeah,
post the link to
because
book.
I'm gonna add Duke Energy. I made that decision after long research that yes,
Okay.
it makes sense to do that. Um,
Okay.
but then my next question was to Training Brigade, if you don't mind, Malika. Sorry.
Why would I mind? I'm a mute. Go
Um,
ahead. Trading's still on.
so Training Brigade, I had a question in reference. I know you recently did some stuff with Georgia Bank of America.
Mhm.
So I had or still currently have relations with them, and I was trying to figure out my original quote unquote the when I signed the application, or I don't really know how to say it without incriminating myself, but yeah, when I went into the bank and tried to get an account was in Georgia, but I'm currently residing in or currently dwelling in Florida.
Mhm.
So I was trying to figure out, would I pursue Bank of America under the Georgia, or do I do it under Florida? And then how would I get a consultation with you, because you don't have a direct thing in the group
You
in
could
our
reach out to me by email address. It's on the
right.
it's on the website. But I would go Georgia, since that's where the defendant would reside, to speak from a jurisdictionary standpoint.
So I go back and forth, in terms of my personal being. But I recently had changed my address because I had come here to Florida for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
But the original, everything that was done with them over the past 4 years, except for the remaining 6 months of this year, was in Georgia. So that's why I was asking, because I
That's
was
where the defendant resides, right?
okay. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, you could. I would go for the state of Georgia. You're saying that's where the application is, or the
yeah.
application was made.
The quote unquote.
Yes, I would pursue the matter in the state of Georgia, that jurisdiction.
Okay, so
Appreciate it.
I'll use the email and connect with you.
Got you, sister. Thank you.
Resend information on that.
So someone asks, I'm having difficulty combating the conclusions occurring between attorneys, clerks, and judges. Typically, if you're having a problem combating conclusions, is because you're making them. You're making the conclusions. You're speaking in a way that is going against what you actually mean or intend. You have to look at your language. You have to look at your articulation. You have to look at your framing. Okay? Sometimes when we hear information and then we internalize that information and then explain it in how we think we heard it, it's not always matching. It's like the difference between saying, I am a this and I am not a that, instead of the record doesn't reflect whether or not this is the capacity I was in. Do you see the difference? To some people, it sounds the same. And we might even want to say, you know what I'm saying. But I'm here to suggest, no, they don't know what you're saying. You might not even know what you're saying.
Can you provide me the record that I stuck a toe in and got eeny, meeny, miny, mode, please? Records request. That's a form of records request. I mean, I don't want people thinking I got to do a records request.
You say you're speaking of colluding, but look at your language. What are you actually saying? What are you saying? They might be colluding. They might be in their back office. They might be saying she's getting really close, but she's not there yet. So we're just gonna keep cruising along this way because the way that she is communicating doesn't illustrate that she caught us with our hands in the cookie jar.
Oh, the colluding was supposed, that was a typographical error where the combating the colluding occurring between
Oh,
attorneys, clerks, and
again,
judges. That's what they're
what
saying.
colluding? What colluding? What colluding?
And that's why I think, again, that law library field tripping
Because
virtually.
we want them to be talking about us. We want them to be dreaming about us. We want them to wake up in the middle of the night and fuck those people at Lawful Living harassing me. That's how we want them. We want them talking to their friends about us. Man, what are we gonna do about that email I forwarded to you yesterday? They're asking me or requiring that I show my good faith. Right, Elijah? Right, Trader Brigade? Okay.
Like John.
That's where it starts.
Yeah, like yes, like John. This John, oh yeah, you thinking about me 10:30 at night, John?
My name John.
Wow.
Yeah.
We
Same.
want them thinking. I bet you John is still thinking about our friend. Is Duina on? So I just want you guys to know Duina has not put down this bag. She is coming for John, okay? It's just on hold for the same reason Carmen said. They're having holiday or whatever. So her paperwork is still sitting on the desk, okay? We are not done with the Department of Homeland Security / TSA harassing people and subjecting us to administrative searches. If it's administrative searches, one must be part of the administration to be subject to it by law. Not imagination. And unfortunately, that's what we got. That's right, Libby. We're extracting attorneys' tears. And it all comes from being able to articulate and not being marginalized or typecasted as sovereign citizen BS.
Yeah. I mean, if
Because we're
judges,
saying, go ahead.
no, go ahead, finish your thought because I want to make sure I
Well,
land
because
my plane.
we're saying things like the contract is the money. Y'all better not say that shit in your paperwork.
Word. Now they had said that they were talking about. They're saying that they have been caught violations in violations of due process and colluding. Now the thing is that's and this is what I noticed that happens in communities too. Will say the building's on fire. The building's on fire. However,
And somebody's just
actual
smoking a cigarette on the balcony.
right, and then I question like, why do you choose panic over knowing how to use an extinguisher or knowing if it's a grease fire, then cover it. Don't use
Baking
water.
soda. I got baking
Or baking
soda.
soda. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think the diffusion skills need to be better strengthened because we may be used to ringing the alarm, crying wolf, saying there's a
But also
fire.
sometimes it's taking the log out of your own eye before the
Correct.
speck in somebody else's eye. So
Correct.
again, we might be saying, for example, collusion or whatever that we might have exposed. However, is your paperwork shitty? Because if you didn't fix your paperwork, if you
Word.
don't correct your communication and make sure that the issue is not on your side, then you might just be projecting and saying that it's collusion or whatever. Okay. Because we all know most attorneys are not as bright as we assume. However, when we do things like what was shared in the beginning of this call, and that might be one of the reasons to start saving our updates and success stories for later in the call, because people miss the beginning and then they spend the rest of the call like arguing against something we already proved to work, like the notice to the court, and the notice of good faith to the attorneys, that although most of them we've experienced have not been that bright, they're not dumb either. They're not that dumb. They might do some stupid shit, but they're not that dumb. Okay? So when they get the notice to the court and or the notice of good faith sent to them, they do things like withdraw their demand for payment into the registry of the court. They do things like try to file a notice of non-suit after they've been shown to not have authority to act. And then they got to get a hand slap from the clerk. Okay? So we're not easily convinced that it's not user error. It might be a failure in a process. It might be. It might be collusion, but it also might be user error with the way that we are articulating. Why are you going around in circles? Are you filing, or did you file? What did you file? Are you the defendant in that case? Are you the defendant in the case? Are you the plaintiff? Okay, you're the plaintiff. Did you properly serve the alleged defendants? And who are they? What was your chose of action? I might not, Rafiki. We don't always go to federal, right, Trader McGay?
Enjoy the state court meal.
Guys,
I got a fork and knife.
If you were not here, oh, you got a fork and knife, bro? You gonna play with your food a little bit? Toss around the Brussels sprouts?
Hey.
Take a nibble of some cucumbers?
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, yes, it is actually fun. Don't be running from them courts. Now you have your choice if you want to go in the courts or not. But if you decide not to, come with a fork and knife, and a bib is optional. Let me stop.
The reason I'm saying that, the Trading Brigade, I know you weren't here Friday, but somebody got an attorney to file an answer to a quiet title on federal.
An
answer, bro. An answer.
Answer.
Yeah.
Like you said, to play along.
Not a motion to dismiss. An answer.
You got him. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Do I smell a stopple? Is that a stopple I smell?
I mean, we about to tie their hands behind their back, guys, and just keep throwing punches in the face. Estoppel. That's that tie your hands behind your back because you stupid. Okay, she says she's the plaintiff, but what was the chose of action? Is it a declaratory judgment? Is it a action for damages after a declaratory judgment? Is it for abusive process? Is it a 1983? Because a lot of people want to get to the Second Amendment. Y'all know people who want to get to the Second Amendment? Y'all know people who want to get the clapping? Y'all know some people like that? Y'all know some people like that? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Anybody else?
Yes.
Y'all know some people that want to get to the Second Amendment? How many of those, what percent of those people that want to hurry up and get to the Second Amendment applied to first? How many? What percent? What percent of the people who's ready to get to the Second Amendment learned how to properly apply the First Amendment and redress some grievances? How many? Didn't even apply to first. Well, if you didn't apply to first, how you plan on getting to the second?
Seen very few on YouTube that even put that together. Maybe one or two YouTube channels besides our own. I'm serious.
They be wanting to get to the Second Amendment, but what happened to the first one? What happened to the redressing of the grievances? Because I refuse to believe that this is the only community that knows how to read with comprehension. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to... Here's what I want to invest some time in, and I might turn my screen around. Might give y'all the goods right here. TikTok. Let me pull something up. I want to pull something up about abatement, because we've been talking about that. Because motions sound real sexy, right? Motion sounds like, ooh, I know how to move the court. I be out here doing stuff, right? But before motions, there's something called abatement.
That means until you prove jurisdiction.
Abatement ain't sexy. Do y'all hear me? Abatement kind of sound like, we want to get out here and fight, Malika. Why do you want us to abate fighting? I want to show people how smart I am. I don't want to get rid of it, like, get out my face. You know, like when he goes, ugh, shoe fly, don't bother me. Y'all don't want to do that. Abatement. Abatement, E-N-T. I thought about showing it to you guys. Let's see. I did this almost 2 weeks ago. Let me see which version I'm going to show y'all. The reason why this is important is because... Go ahead, bro.
No, you're good. That's funny because we briefly brought up that reduction thing with Carmen. But go ahead, sis. Knock it out.
Hey, as you said, knock it out, man. Abatement. I'm looking at the etymology of abate, and as you said, knock it out. It says ultimately meaning to knock down.
That's right. To knock down. It's almost like debate.
Exactly.
It's almost like debate. Let me just show you all the question. So you guys can go and question yourself. Of course, we're always looking for reason and logic, not just the source, okay? This is how come we don't get guru abuse syndrome. We don't give a fuck what somebody's saying. It has to be reasonable. It has to be logical, okay? It has to have support in law. So what superior law supports... Wait, you guys can't see it yet. And y'all didn't even say nothing. This is the jurisprudence gym, everybody. This is the program that Seven, aka Hassan, aka Off Duty Alibi, put together for the team. If you guys want in, get with him and pay whatever he's asking. I mean, unless you don't want it, which is fine too. So, what is the superior law that supports legal relief remedy of abatement? By filing of private notices prior to or in lieu of motion practice on the court record. Is that a good question? What is the superior law supports the legal relief remedy of abatement? By filing a private notice prior to or in lieu of motion practice. Because again, motions sound sexy. Everybody talks about motions, but nobody talks about why the fuck is you talking to me? Why are you inviting me to your venue? Why are you again talking to me? Why are you using my name to communicate with me? Do I know you? How do you know me? Because I don't have to prove how good I could fight if I don't even have to fight. I don't have to show how intelligent I am, because if you can't prove why you're talking to me, I don't have to talk about anything. I don't have to prove shit to you. Okay? This is a precise and sophisticated question, and it goes to the heart of why a private notice on the court record can lawfully compel. And I know a bunch of y'all gonna go run off somewhere and act like y'all invented this shit. And that's why I'm sharing it with everybody. So everybody on here, all 100 people together on these 2 calls, could know you hearing it from me. You're hearing it from the lawful living community. You're hearing it from the amicus mastermind.
Shout out to the Amiki Curie squad. Blah, 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 blah.
This is for the attorneys that say things like, it wasn't, not just the attorneys, the other naysayers. It wasn't probably your notice. It was, shut the fuck up. You don't know what it was. Do you even use notices? Have you ever used one properly? Do you even know what abatement is? I know, Raw Hippie. This is why that's why somebody asked, why are they trying to impersonate you? Because I'm the fucking GOAT. That's all. That's it. So this is a precise and sophisticated question, and it goes to the heart of why private notice on the court record and off the court record can lawfully compel or justify abatement or dismissal without. Does everybody see that? Does everybody see the without?
Mm-hmm.
Without. Below is a hierarchy of law explanation. Oh my God. Shout out Hassan. A hierarchy of law explanation. What?
Eesh.
Don't come at me with your case law bullshit. You don't even know the hierarchy of law. You don't know that case law is not tertiary. It's whatever the fourth quadriary, whatever the fuck that is. It's way down here.
Quaternary, yep.
So we're going to go with the hierarchy of law explanation. And we're going to apply some reason and some logic so that you guys can stop being misled by these internet gurus. Starting with superior law binding on courts regardless of procedural rules. Do y'all see it says regardless of procedural rules? It's superior law. I don't give a fuck about your rules. I don't care about your rule 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2.01 or 7903 or whatever. Okay? Starting with superior law binding on all courts regardless of their MFing rules. Then moving to state-specific doctrine, and finally clarifying what abatement by notice actually is in law and what it's not. Superior laws that govern, which is above procedural rules, above them, above, superior to. Constitutional due process, superior to all court rules. Oh my God, superior to all court rules? Don't tell me nothing about your stupid court rules that's going to try to abridge my due process rights. Like, oh, we charge 403 to file a case. Well, bitch, is it an abridgment of my rights to exercise the First Amendment? U.S. Constitution, 5th and 14th Amendment. Then they tell you the state specific version. Core principle. A court may not exercise power over a person or controversy absent jurisdiction invoked in the manner prescribed by law. So even if they might presume to have power over a person or controversy, they just say it. Was it invoked in the manner prescribed? Prescribed, not subscribed, prescribed by law. Who wants to read what it says right here? What does that say, this sentence say right here?
This is not discretionary.
Non-discretionary.
Ooh.
People like, oh, a petition for a writ of this is discretionary. A petition for a writ of that is discretionary. Yeah, but what the fuck? We don't like to talk. We don't just talk about the discretionary stuff. We talk about the non-discretionary stuff primarily. Due process is self-executing and preconditional. This is why we keep the argument, not just on due process, because there's different due processes of whether someone is an agent or employee and when they are an alleged customer or vendee. Everybody knows this, right? The way a job treats their internal agents and employee is different from how they treat their external alleged customers and or vendees. And each of those capacities have their own due process. So don't just go around yelling due process, due process, due process, but know which one is due to whom.
Even if you were to be a person.
Yeah, if I was, right?
Yeah.
Are you following the conditions precedent? Key consequence. If a defect, like I'm not part of your bullshit. It's a defect.
Not among the class of persons
Oh, yes. Thank you for
vested with
saying it.
capacity to be sued.
Thank you for saying it so eloquently. Say that again, bro.
Yeah, forget it. If one is not among the class of persons vested with capacity to be sued,
all right. Then
the court would be deprived of subject matter jurisdiction
or standing. If a defect deprives the court of subject matter jurisdiction or standing, the court has no lawful authority to proceed at all, regardless. Do you guys see right there?
and it's funny.
Regardless.
It's funny what you're saying here, because remember, it's not just if a defect, thinking about non-amendable defect, it's an impossibility for them to name a proper defendant in the matter.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be a non-amendable defect.
Correct.
That should be dismissed.
Sua sponte, regardless of whether a party files a motion.
Got you.
Notice, somebody else read that right there. What did I say?
Notice of the defect is sufficient to trigger judicial obligation because lack of jurisdiction cannot be waived or cured by silence. So it's going right back to a non-discretionary, a ministerial duty.
Absolutely.
Give an example.
And should the court choose to act in a manner not consistent with public policy, then the court would have exceeded its legitimate function.
The example is the notice to the court. That is the example. The notice to the court. This is why the notice to the court, especially coupled with the notice of good faith to the attorney about the notice to the court, it is kicking their ass quietly.
It's heavy kicking.
We respectfully tell them how much we have reverence for the law and the institutions created to uphold it in good faith. That is the example. Notice of the defect is sufficient to trigger judicial obligation. You do not have to do a motion. And this is not because Malika hates motions, so shut the fuck up about that.
Because you could still use motion to kick their ass.
Of course. I keep telling everybody, I will kick their ass in a fingernail amount of water. I will kick your ass in a teaspoon, a cup, a bowl,
a drum,
a sink, the tub. I will kick your ass in an Olympic pool or in the motherfucking ocean. Okay? Because the principles in which we challenge the jurisdiction and insist on due process is the principle that is in every document that we create. It doesn't matter if it's at the notice or if it's in the motion or if it's in a writ or any other type of petition. people be like, Rafika, you're wrong. I'm never gonna tell anybody, oh, you did that wrong. You filed on the court level, the state level. You need to go to federal. I'm not one of those types of people. I will kick your ass wherever you are. I don't care. I will kick your ass in the administrative hearing, inside of the administrative office, inside the administrative building, in your administrative procedure. We winning all over the place. Right? Where Lord Petty at? They don't even want Lord Petty to come back in that administrative hearing, but he's coming. He's coming back. Lord Petty's like, kick the door down. Boom. Let me get in here. You said you had an Alpha David. You had a Alpha David with my name on it. Let me see it. Now they're like, oh, we're gonna postpone the administration. Why you want to postpone it now? Why you wasn't postponing it when it came to trying to charge me? But now the rabbit got the pew pew. Johnny, he called it Alpha David. He said after David. Might as well be after David. Okay. Guys, the notice of the defect is sufficient to trigger the judicial obligation because lack of jurisdiction cannot be waived or cured by silence. So, separation of powers is also superior structural law. Courts do not possess inherent power to create jurisdiction where the legislature did not grant it. We don't know. We're not encouraged to read what jurisdiction was granted by the legislature. We don't know how to read it. So we might be reading it and stringing our words together, but we don't have any comprehension of what the shit mean. And it's easier to point the finger and say they're colluding, which they might be. This is RICO, and it might be right. But if you don't get your pleadings right, you actually don't get to say that. And I know that might hurt some people's feelings, but we're not here for feelings, right, Lord Petty? Here you go. Hey, Alpha David.
Y'all are hilarious.
You see, he's on TikTok right now.
That's me, bro.
That's right. That's bro right there. Squad. Okay. Courts do not possess the inherent power to create jurisdiction where the legislature did not grant it. Excuse missing statutory prerequisites. Oh, you're supposed to plead and prove that I was the class of person that could be sued? Did you? Did you do that? Or is it a missing statutory prerequisite? Lord Petty said he was cooking. Proceed, quote, courts do not have the inherent power, right? To proceed until somebody objects. Oh. You know, there are rules that actually say that presumptions have to be rebutted. That's not true. Because this makes it seem like courts have inherent power to proceed until someone objects. As if they don't have a duty to examine the cases that are before it.
You know, this leads back to Morris versus Gilmore, and I'm just citing case law here, right?
Yes.
When the record discloses a controversy of which a court cannot properly take cognizance, its duty is to proceed no further and to dismiss the suit.
Proceed no further.
How can they validate legal standing?
And its failure or refusal to do so is an error, which this court will correct on its own motion when the case is brought before it for review.
That if they were able to exercise these powers, okay, carte blanche, it would be a judicial amendment of statute, which is constitutionally forbidden. Constitutionally forbidden. This is why, what is it?
A judicial amendment to a statute. There's a, I'll get right to it, Malika. Just remember right there.
Okay.
I'll get right to it.
Judicial amendment of statute. So courts are bound to apply statutes as written, not as convenient.
So here we go.
Go ahead.
In relation to that part, and I'm reading something from Georgia. It says the statutes are not contracts, and it is the intent of the General Assembly and not of any other party, which is decisive in their construction. And this is taken in reference to what you just read. That would be a judicial amendment of a statute,
which is constitutionally
forbidden. Statutes are not contract, and it is the intent of the General Assembly or whatever it's called in one's jurisdiction, and not of any other party, the judge, the court, or the other party, which is decisive in their construction.
Non-amendable.
Absolutely.
Courts are bound to apply statutes as written, not as convenient. Our notices remind them of this. We know it's convenient to just, have 50, 60 or more people in a room during so-called traffic court, find all of them guilty and direct them to the cashier. But in front of you will be one of our notices in which will show that you are bound to apply the statutes as written and not as convenient. And you're going to have to yank that one name out your pile. Yoink! That's just like that. That's just how it's going to sound too. This is why standing, capacity, and statutory prerequisites are treated as jurisdictional conditions, not affirmative defenses. We're going to say that again. Because filing an answer is what includes affirmative defenses. Filing motions is what might include affirmative defenses. But when we file a notice to the ass about why standing, capacity, and statutory prerequisites are treated as jurisdictional conditions, not affirmative defenses, they don't get to just proceed without examination of the record unless they want to risk their pension. And I'm okay with that.
Better do that pre-filing investigation.
It says here, where is this one? That the court should pause. Once capacity objection is raised, the court must pause to validate legal standing.
Ooh. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. How do you validate legal standing?
You have to know who can be sued.
Right. Okay.
And failure to do so exceeds the legitimate function of the court.
Come on.
That's what we're making these judges be aware of,
And the attorneys.
Yeah, got the attorneys covered, man. Like the carpet set to the floor. I'm
telling you, if y'all just keep beating on those attorneys' knees, if you just keep whacking at their knees, okay? Sweep the legs. You won't have to do nothing to the judge. You won't have to do anything to the judge.
The judge won't hurt himself, at least if he's able to properly comprehend his duty.
If he just sits there and lets us kick the shit out of the attorney, he or she will be okay. You don't want none of this, judge. Do not get involved. Number 3, ministerial duty doctrine, our favorite. What does that say right there in parentheses? What does that say right there?
Superior to motion practice.
Superior.
I ain't gonna sit there and let you beat up motion practice, though.
I'm not. There are people who, if we say we filed a motion and the motion got what do they call it?
What?
What is it?
Heard? What?
Heard, approved. What
granted.
Granted. Mm-hmm. Right? They still talk shit. They'll be like, well, it was granted without prejudice. Like, shut up. But when we file a notice, they straight up say that it had nothing to do with our motion. Our notice, as if they don't recognize the power of notices. It's always the losers or the attorneys. It's always them. Those two classes of persons, losers and attorneys, that say shit about notices.
They don't know the effect of a notice, I would assume.
Because they haven't felt it. But it's coming for their ass because we're continuing to spread this message. Ministerial duty doctrine superior to motion practice. A ministerial duty arises when? Who can read this right here?
The law prescribes one outcome upon the existence of certain facts, and no discretion is conferred.
The law prescribes what?
The outcome upon
one
certain
outcome. You better dismiss this
Like
shit.
prescribe one outcome, yeah.
N-word. That is the one outcome.
And that's failure to state a claim for which relief can be granted.
Okay. I actually just saw there's a guy I follow on IG. He's called My Foreclosure Hotline. Some of you guys may know him. He's taken a couple of our classes. One of them being our Reparations Reloaded. I'm not sure what the other ones may be. But he helped somebody get a win for a dismissal of their foreclosure case, guys.
I think he's out of Georgia too,
Look,
right?
I think he's in Georgia too.
Yeah.
With prejudice, guys. Do y'all hear me? With prejudice for failure to prosecute. How y'all like that?
Yeah, I commented and double tapped on that post when it came across my timeline today. I was like, oh, look at that.
Okay. Failure to prosecute. Why didn't you prosecute? Probably because you got that damn notice.
Called dismissal for want of prosecution, remember?
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it's
It
called.
was dismissal with prejudice for failure to prosecute. Same thing as want of prosecution.
See where we get locked. See what makes us different than the gurus of supplying abuse out there is that we still prepare for 12 rounds, but we're still going to Jake Paul the jaw of the attorneys.
That's my God.
With the notices probably, and they're going to be like, I don't want to fight no more. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
They start withdrawing their demands for payment into the registry and otherwise. When jurisdiction is lacking, the court's duty is ministerial. I'm going to say it again. When jurisdiction is lacking, the court's duty is ministerial, not discretionary. When jurisdiction is lacking, the court's duty is ministerial, not discretionary. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it till y'all sick of it.
The function involved is ministerial.
If you are making core arguments. Oh, what's that, King?
Define ministerial.
Ministerial is
wait. We're not gonna go off our top of our head. There's absolutely no need to do that.
Gotcha.
Because this is what I want to encourage everybody to do. If you don't know a term, look that shit up. That's why when the other thing that the fool brought up on Saturday was subrogation. I thought I was gonna die. Because I just spent so much time last week talking about how to identify when a idiot is speaking to you, talking to you about subrogation, and you wouldn't be so enthralled with the suggestion if you read the damn definition yourself. Ministerial. Let's talk about duty. Go ahead, King Howard.
Is a public official's required task mandated by law that involves no personal judgment or discretion, requiring only obedience to instructions or legal mandates,
You can stop
like
there.
stamping
You
a
can stop there.
document.
You can stop there.
So are you taking your prescription?
Wait. Let them read it in their own mind so they can see why we harp on making it ministerial for the dismissal to occur and not discretionary. Okay, once y'all got a couple minutes to read that, Hassan, go ahead and make your point, bro.
No, I was just saying because you had brought up law prescribes, right? And so it's like when people don't, follow the prescription, usually there's some need to help them in their disability in doing so. You know what I mean?
Might have to report them for that disability. Okay.
But to read from Cornell Law, Ministerial Act is an act performed in a prescribed manner and in obedience to the legal authority without regard to one's own judgment or discretion.
Oath of office.
Okay.
Distinction between ministerial acts and acts that are discretionary is often important to determine whether a public official is shielded by qualified immunity. So, for example, once notice has been given, like in Carmen's case, that there is an error of standing of the plaintiff and capacity of the defendant, there should be a pause, which there has been. Isn't
If
that
they don't
right?
fix it, they don't have no immunity.
If they don't do it, it is not even fixing it. If we give
If
you
they continue to act in a manner inconsistent with prescribed law,
right,
then they are not shielded by qualified immunity.
And that's why we send the notice immediately. So if we have to sue them, they can't go qualified immunity. No, dummy. I gave you notice on this day. You did not have a ministerial duty. You did not have a discretion to ignore it. You had a ministerial duty to actually do it, to dismiss the case, and you didn't. So you're guilty. It's it. That's it. It's done.
So should you expect a response back?
No.
Okay.
And I'm
Nothing
glad
is
you
a
asked that
response.
question. We have to put responses in perspective. And I'm glad you asked that on Newbie Tuesday because it's a very important question that you asked.
Word.
So most newbies expect responses. I don't exactly know why we expect responses as newbies, but sometimes what happens, or most of the times what happens, is action. Even if sometimes that action is a cessation of action. Anybody know what I'm talking about? They don't have to respond directly back to you like, "Good day, dear sir. We apologize for our transgressions. Please forgive us." They don't, that's unlikely. But what is likely is, as we've seen with receipts over and over again, is court events get canceled. So-called appointments get canceled. Sometimes they get pushed back, then canceled.
That reminds me of a song. I think the lyrics go, stop, drop, close doors and the auction block. No, is that the lyrics? However that song goes.
So for some reason,
Gotcha.
we feel as newbies that our correspondence to the courts are like pen pals, like they're pen pals, like we write a letter, they write a letter back, and then we write a letter back, and then they write. It don't go like that. We abate the whole damn thing by letting them know that they have a ministerial duty to do what, guys?
Dismiss.
Or
struck the matter from the record.
abate.
Declare it a nullity.
It says it right here. Dismiss or abate. When jurisdiction is lacking, the court's duty is ministerial. It is not discretionary. So everybody could go somewhere with that BS. If you bought that. When jurisdiction is lacking, the court's duty is ministerial. Dismiss or abate. Courts are repeatedly, not based on Malika's opinion. held to have an affirmative obligation to examine jurisdiction. What does that next word say?
Sua sponte. I
Sua
love it.
sponte.
What's the rest of the sentence say?
Even
Even
without
without emotion.
See, I don't make sure that the people who are here comprehend. I don't care necessarily about who's not here. But it's important that everybody here today is listening, because you're going to hear other people say the opposite. You're going to hear them, and they're not going to be able to show you the law. They're not going to be able to show you the ministerial duty doctrine. They're not even going to be able to show you the separation of powers, superior structural law. They're not going to be able to show you the actual parts of the Constitution, which is superior to all court rules. It's okay if my
So if
screen is
you've
off.
given jurisdiction in the past to a case,
No.
can you go back and fix it?
No. You do not give jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is either had or it is not.
So I'm saying if they took action on me when they didn't have it, but I guess they
Why are you
felt they
guessing?
had it
Why are you
because
guessing?
I gave it to them.
You cannot give jurisdiction. 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 You cannot give jurisdiction.
Jurisdiction cannot be waived.
You can only challenge it.
Dear Santa.
Well, I did challenge it.
They either have jurisdiction by law or they do not. It cannot be given to them.
I challenged it, but they still didn't they didn't take it that way.
Stand in your
They
authority.
railroaded me.
You have to stand in your authority.
Okay, how did you so-called challenge it?
I did a challenge of jurisdiction notice.
How did you challenge it?
With a letter, but I still went in court.
What were the points of the letter?
Huh?
What were the points of the letter of challenging their jurisdiction? You said you sent a letter, but what was in the contents of the letter that let them know that you were challenging jurisdiction?
And did you send a motion
Well,
for
hold
that?
on, one at a time, because he's saying he sent it as a notice. Let's hear what he said. Like, that's a good question.
Well, I filed it in the court before I went into the court.
What
And I
did it
told them that
say?
there was a challenge of jurisdiction on the record, and that I'm here to
Wait. You
challenge.
told them there's a challenge of jurisdiction on the record with your mouth?
Well, I put it in. I filed it in too.
Yeah, but when you said that there's a notice of jurisdiction on the record, was that with your mouth?
I told him I was only here to challenge.
With your mouth?
To get
With
an
your
answer.
mouth?
Yeah.
Did you say it with your mouth? Why was
Yeah.
that so hard?
Yeah, I spoke.
Okay, let me.
That's why I thought that was given jurisdiction.
I'm gonna say it one more time.
I heard you.
Cannot grant jurisdiction. If I walk into Walmart and I say, "Give me one of them blue shirts and khaki pants," stack. I'm stacking out 3. Does that make me an employee?
No.
Why not? That's what we out here talking about. I granted them jurisdiction. You're saying the same thing.
Right. Okay.
You go
Yeah,
into
I
Target
didn't
and
know
say,
that
"Give me
then.
one of them red shirts," and they're
You
like,
can't create a contract by mouth, basically.
What?
You cannot create a contract just by mouth.
I mean, you might be able to, but did you? Is there going to be people with firsthand knowledge that's going to come and verify the veracity of that statement? Or is it going to be banking on my self-confession? Who knows what YouTube video I'm about to pull up?
Favorite judge.
What is it?
Never self-incriminate.
I would not change
If I
anything.
didn't think the court have jurisdiction over me, I wouldn't be getting up out of my bed.
I would not get up out of my bed. I won't
Yeah,
move. I won't drive.
I'm not on my desktop anymore. Does anybody have the link immediately? Golly, I might have to go through a lot of my history. I haven't played it in a while. Guys. Shucks.
Sonny, where's Sonny? Because I can't.
Nobody else got it.
I would have to find it because it's so deep in my stuff too.
Oh,
It's etched in my memory.
That's
Let me
because
see
I
if I
play
can
it so
find
much.
it.
Which one is it?
The one from it's for you. You calm down. Anybody else got the link? He's like, which one? You gonna see. All right, who's gonna get it, guys? What did the guy call it? He called it like Sav Sit Michigan or something. What is it, guys? Go ahead,
And
Lord Petty.
that's a claim for defamation right there in the complaint. Calling me some that I don't declare no. Or what you presume to be? No. That's harm.
It depends. Were you talking stupid crap or not?
I mean,
If I
the
can find a
officer was
document.
talking crap to me, telling me what I was. Oh, you're a siren said, let me take you to jail. What? No.
I think this might be it here, guys. Let's see.
Damages.
Who's gonna post the link? Come on. Sonny's gonna have to come pin it back on my computer.
I'm looking. I am definitely looking rigorously. I'm doing my best to see if I can find it.
Oh man. All right.
Once I
Y'all
do,
forgive me.
gotcha.
Wait. Oh,
It's in the
that's
chat.
not it. It's in the chat. Woo!
Way to go, Sonny!
Woo!
It might still be timestamped. I'm not
Oh,
quite sure.
I just found it too. Jesus Christ. Sovereign Citizen Court fail. Number 34 shut down. Is that what
All
it
right,
is?
here we go. Okay, this is right after because it's like at minute 6.5. I want everybody to listen very closely to this. This is especially
My name is
for our newbies.
Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy.
Shut up,
I
Adam.
look forward to you joining us at our next investor webinar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like speaking Spanish.
Let me tell y'all something. There's people out here going, do things like the rich people do it. I'm here to tell you.
We can't see the video, Mom.
Yeah, stop and
It's
restart.
coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. There are people that are gonna try to encourage us to do things because so-called rich people do it. I'm here to tell you, they're why everything is fucked up. Do not do things just because so-called rich people do it. Rich people are here to enslave people. You want to be enslaving people, or you don't care because you're trying to get to the bag.
No, you sure? No asset protections in Wyoming, you say? Let me stop. I'm gonna stop.
What ass you protecting?
Yo.
Okay, let me share consumer sound and just listen up to the next minute or so, guys, especially for our newbies.
I like how she's completely underprepared, fumbling for her glasses. Don't worry. I know it's been a little bit of a build-up, but it's completely worth it.
State your name for the record, please.
Islam, I self-law and master and proper persona, sojourn, heritage of the land.
Ma'am, I said state your name.
I will state for this X-rail. This
ma'am, listen, let me say this to you.
This trade name, this trade name.
If you did not come to court, if you didn't come to court to participate in court, please don't come back to my courtroom. So I've muted you, so therefore we can't even hear what you're saying. So let me be clear. If you have not come to court, because let me just be clear. Okay, well, you have a great day. Have a great day. If I didn't think someone had jurisdiction over me, I promise you, I would not even get out of my bed.
What?
I promise you, let me say this. If a person did not have jurisdiction over me, if I believed that a person, that an entity did not have jurisdiction over me, I promise you, I would not get up out of my bed. I would not take a time off of work. I would not stop anything that I was doing for that day to come to court to say these things.
All right. Did y'all hear
That's the answer.
Send the notice to the court.
Did y'all hear the? Did y'all? This is why we made our notice to the court.
A person, an entity, she would not get
She
up.
was clear. She said it clearly. A person and if I honestly believe, and this is how they know you lied, you liars. You are liars, lying. That's how they know. Because you don't actually know. And you don't even really believe. Because if you did, why would you come to court to say those things?
Acting.
Someone says, can you please rewind? Absolutely. It's approximately a minute and it needs to be said.
All I told him in there was, I'm here to challenge jurisdiction
matter.
only.
Don't matter.
We're
going to play it one more time because you're not the only one who's going to say stuff like that.
No, don't worry. I know it's been a little bit of a buildup, but it's completely worth it.
State your name for the record, please.
Islam. I, self-law, am master and proper persona, sojourner, heritage of the land.
Ma'am, I said state your name.
I will state for this X-rail.
Ma'am, listen, let me say this to you.
This trade name, this trade name.
If you did not come to court, if you didn't come to court to participate in court, please don't come back to my courtroom. So I've muted you, so therefore we can't even hear what you're saying. So let me be clear. If you have not come to court, because let me just be clear.
So she's muted and then she started typing.
Have a great day. Have a great day.
Participate.
If I didn't think someone had jurisdiction over me, I promise you, I would not even get out of my bed. I promise you. Let me say
so
this.
Pause it, Malika. I see.
Did not have.
Go ahead, Traden.
It seems she typed that inside the chat, right? That she doesn't have jurisdiction. If you realize she put the paper down, that was typed to the judge. The judge read it on screen because she was on mute.
Oh.
So she typed, and the judge read, and then the judge reacted or responded. Just observe. Go play.
And the reason why we're saying this, guys, every week, every single week, we have people who come and say, I don't care what I have to do. I just do not wish to go into the court at all. I do not wish to take a day off work. I don't wish to change anything about my day. And when they told us that, the leadership of this community, the amicus, got together and cracked our knuckles and said, hold my beer. Okay?
Word.
Because why should we have to go to court to say any fucking thing when they have a ministerial duty to dismiss sua sponte?
Oh, tell it on the mountain.
I think that's the comprehension that lady in the black robe was absolutely speaking from.
Look, we got Empress Lacio in the chat right now. Everybody knows. Well, it was pinned on my old page. I'm going to have to repin it. Her success story, where she didn't even file it on the record, guys. She sent both of the notices just to the attorney. Almost $18,000 in alleged credit card debt.
These notices speak for themselves.
I just emailed the clerk.
Look, she said, yep, sure did. It's pinned on her page, y'all. There are people that need to go and beat their chest on other people's panels. They ain't even their own panel. It's the other people's panel. They got to go beat their chest on other people's panel. But they don't have no receipts. They don't have nobody. Everybody's like, oh, well, we just love to hear you speak. Well, I mean, who cares the fuck what you're saying? Like, get some receipts. Get some receipts or just shut up and stay in the corner like everybody else. Because there's lots of people who have this knowledge, know this knowledge. And you know what? When they hear me talk about it, they contact me in private and ask, can I be a part of the team?
I want to be down.
Well,
I
because
want to be down with you.
they know you. We know when we hear the truth. It doesn't matter if it's from a stranger that we don't know. We can tell when somebody has the principles down pat and when they're just pontificating.
So I got my hand up, Malika.
Okay.
And it's
I
funny you
bet
played
you
that
don't have a
video.
newbie question.
Oh no, I just wanted it's newbie advice.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have a question. Is basically I got a response back from on my appeal with the child support, with the Alpha David, your
Yeah.
favorite thing to hear.
Yes, the Alpha David. We were just
Yes,
talking about
Alpha.
the Alpha
Yeah,
David. Go ahead,
the Alpha
bro.
David. And when I was putting it through my bot, chat turned into amicus by telling me, hey, your best response is to show that it's not reflecting what they're insinuating is not reflecting on the record versus
Ooh.
continuing to mention the emotional part about the Alpha David. That doesn't matter. So don't worry about fraud and jurisdiction. I'm like, look at goddamn Malika and Seven and McReal all in my computer. And what, what what are they doing in my chat box talking to me
Hassan put
like
us
this?
in there. Hassan was
Yeah,
like,
man.
copy, paste. So,
What is,
from me, from self. This is Trading Brigade right here. This is Jasenia.
and I wanted to point out to the newbies that the emotional part comes from you took time out to study
Oh,
and
wow.
learn this direction and you want to use it so bad. However, you have to stick to the land and stick to the topic. You got to prove that this isn't on the record. That's your best weapon. The record. The record is your best weapon. And that's what I want to tell people. Like, you have to focus and lock in on the record. Don't worry
Most
about
of
all the
what
other
we
stuff.
will learn, I appreciate that, Lord Petty, and thank you for that testimony.
I thank y'all. I thank y'all.
Yes, thank you, Lord Petty.
Most of what we will learn is in order to give us confidence on the inside. Okay? Most of what we will learn is for your inner work. But when you open your mouth, it is not an opportunity to say every single right thing that you've ever learned. That is not the time. That is not the place. Right, Light Warrior? You have to be able to articulate fraud without necessarily saying fraud, because if you keep saying fraud, they're going to know that you are unsophisticated. And sometimes in order to appear the most sophisticated, it means the less that you say.
Malika, emotional outburst. The only time I will open my mouth, if I had to go to court, if I decided to go, I would say I object.
I still prefer in writing. I still personally prefer in writing.
You can
Perhaps
eject in writing.
if I'm the plaintiff, I may elect to go in there and object. But as to right now, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody who goes, because all y'all know that even here on the Amicus, we have people that'll be like, let me in there. Rawr.
Take me through there. Take me through there.
No, I mean, they going in there to kick ass. Y'all know what I'm saying. Right, Jasenia? Y'all know about Self. Self be like, why y'all ain't want to go in there? And then when he goes in there, ain't nobody to fight because they already sent him a settlement offer. I'm like, look, bro, I know you ripping to go in there, but when do you ever go in there? Because they'll nobody after you respond to their invitation, it's a settlement. So where you going?
I got a shirt idea.
Send it in the mail.
Be sure that you actually given the reason why you're objecting. You can't just say I object and just let the judge skip over that. You got to make sure.
Of course.
Reason, and you got to make sure the judge says that it's sustained.
That is sustained, right?
I got a shirt idea.
What is it?
Prove it's illusory by not being conclusory.
Ooh, ooh. That's real geek shit right there.
You already know. You know where I'm at with it. Glasses and all.
Prove
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
illusory, right? Without making it conclusory.
That means you need to make sure that you're like running a jurisprudence studio because you make a hot record. You know what I mean?
Oh man. Yes, you gotta free your mind. People want to say every true thing. They want to say every single true thing. They want to be like the sky is blue, clouds is white, grass is green, right? I'm a Hebrew, I'm an American national, a Chicagoite or whatever, right? That's what we want. It's like, but bro, was you on duty? After you finish saying all that, were you on duty or off?
Though I'm a Moor, I don't need to
I
tell you
self
that.
law am master.
Oh man.
That's
Show it then.
true, but
Show
that's
it
not
then. That's the problem with going to court to say you ain't the boss of me. Nobody don't see a problem with that. If I were the judge, I'd be like, yeah, right,
I think
fool.
everybody be worrying about the attachments and the warrants coming out after if they don't go.
Those who know that that's just more evidence for their remedy.
Billboard
Why would
bond.
you be concerned about that? You either gonna do the right thing or you're gonna give me evidence against you doing the wrong thing.
Word, Spike
What's it
Lee.
gonna be?
Most people that use the notice to the court get the warrants thrown out.
Man, or none issued at all. Because
Exactly.
I had that experience. I was
You
told
better
if I
get it
didn't come to
right.
court, they would issue a warrant.
You better get
They
it
told me
right.
that like 5 times.
And I never went.
Did issue a warrant. The notice to the court quashed the warrant too.
There you go.
They're trying to check and see if maybe they do have authority over you, and so it's all about how you react.
Yes, that's true.
Or
And
respond.
if you're
Trying to scare you.
I don't think they're trying to scare you. They're trying to strum up business just like every other business. Okay? They trying to fish just like every other business trying to fish. Are you going to get got or not?
Yeah, they're trying to assert the authority over you.
Well,
And if
they
they
do
ain't
have
got it,
authority over
then
you. But what they need to do is tell me if the records reflect that at the time I was acting as a you.
right. Your notice should take care of all that.
They have jurisdiction over you. Y'all hear that? Over you, YOU on quotations. Okay.
Well, I got railroaded. It was behind a DWI, and I thought that they had jurisdiction because I had a CDL license. So that's why I didn't know for sure. And
It
this is
happens to the
before I
best of
even
us.
learned of you. So I mean,
You weren't on the clock. So
Maybe he was. Maybe he was.
no, I
That's the whole
wasn't.
thing.
I
Hold
wasn't.
on. That it's not whether you were or you were not. What's the most important question?
where's your authority to speak to me?
The evidence.
The
Is
evidence.
Right.
The evidence, because I could have been on the clock, fully paid, fully in uniform, flying into all the lights. But who's gonna come and with the evidence?
not a one.
Right.
The manifest and the
We
bill of
need to
lading.
stop that mindset of I need to prove something. They're the ones making the accusation. So they're the one that got to bring all the proof. I don't have to prove that I was or was not doing anything. Okay? I don't have to prove it because they're the one alleging it. All I have to make sure is that they prove what they're alleging. Or if they don't, the court does their ministerial duty. I don't have I was not on the clock. Well, bitch, maybe I was. Maybe I was. Are you going to prove it? Are you gonna see? This is the difference between
No
the
one
bad
with
guys and
firsthand
the good
knowledge.
guys. The good guys are like, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to self-incriminate. I'm going to confess to all of my sins. And the bad guys are like, catch me if you can. And who's winning right now? Who's
The
winning
bad
right now?
guys.
The bad guys.
The catch me if you can is winning.
The alleged bad guys.
Oh, they the bad guys. Because the real good bad guys, what they do is they murk you and say you shot yourself 7 or 8 times in the back.
Lord, have mercy.
Okay? And y'all out here like, I just want to tell the truth. I just want to be an honor.
Yeah, I gotta admit, like today, my brother called me because my brother-in-law, I don't know if y'all know about the story of Bilal Abdullah near Baltimore, but he was unalived by the policy enforcers back in June. And what came out was they finally sent to the civil rights attorney that his family had hired for real. They had sent what they had or whatever. And the civil rights attorney was like, what? So what happened was
an off-duty policy enforcer was watching Bilal Abdullah, who is known as an Arab, the Muslim brothers that had the horses with the fruit on it in Baltimore. So he fabricated that my brother-in-law had a tool on him. Was filming him and everything from a distance. Show him eating a chicken box, kicking it with his peoples, no tool in sight. Calls on duty policy enforcers. They chase him and unalive him, claiming he had something on him. And nothing reflects that he actually had something on him. So now his civil rights attorney is going super duper hard for the Abdullah family in Baltimore. Like, y'all can look it up. It's all over Channel 2 News in Baltimore and their YouTube channel. So
brother, I need you to drop that link to that commentary video on the street cop training.
Oh.
I need you to drop that in the chat. I want everybody to watch it. I can't watch it again because, as you saw on Wednesday, my blood pressure was getting up.
Yeah, I'm about to grab it right now.
Okay? But this is what we're up against, my people. We have to get a little bit more catch me if you can. Then I wasn't on the clock. I wasn't acting as an agent. I wasn't acting as a trustee. I wasn't. Blah, blah. First of all, the way you communicate is whether or not the record reflects it. Second of all, you have to leave them to their evidence if they have it. Circumstantial evidence is not enough. My heart goes out to all of those families that have to suffer that type of news, that type of event, that type of experience. And really, it don't matter if it was a child or someone elderly. The policy officers that ain't supposed to be talking to people unless they are operating a business, that's why they're called policy officers, guys. Do y'all understand that? They're supposed to be enforcing or regulating the ice cream trucks rolling down the boulevard and the hot dog stands in front of the courthouses that have licenses as vendors, as franchisees of the government. They're not just supposed to be talking to whoever they wish and whoever they see. I'm glad you guys appreciate the insights. This is people are sending their condolences, Hassan.
Yeah, gratitude, y'all. Yeah, because my brother even called me today because they had a press conference down there on Pennsylvania Avenue in front of the Avenue Market for real. So, and I think they're gonna be posting it soon on the news about that.
I know people prefer marching, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, what's the sweet thing about the Abdullah family is previously there was a issue with the police and the Abdullah family, and they got a settlement win from years ago. So this is about to be another. I'm pretty sure it's this one.
Oh man, it's
Mm-hmm.
absolutely gonna be higher.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Can I tell us or put the screen again the question that you asked the chat in the beginning of the presentation, regarding abatement that you and Quayne were reading earlier? Just ask your own bot about the significance of abatement versus motion practice on the record.
Yeah,
abatement by notice, okay? Abatement by notice versus motion practice. That's all. And again, it's not that motion practice is wrong or bad. It's just to show everybody why we go to abatement first and use notices. Some people think that it's not a part of procedure at all, which is amazing when the attorneys just pop up and be like, it had nothing to do with your notices. I'm like, what?
Can we go over my challenge jurisdiction notice Thursday?
Yes, absolutely. Gratitude for offering it up.
Yeah, I want to see just like what was probably said wrong in there, why they didn't take it serious.
Well,
Or
it
maybe
could
because
be
I
as
showed
simple
up.
as standing on it. It could be as simple as, well, here goes another beautiful notice that either they don't know what it actually says or they don't believe their own shit because here they are, wrote in a notice, you not the boss of me, but show up like I am. It could be something as simple as that. But after we look at your notice, we'll be able to reassess. All right.
Yeah.
And it would be great if you do your own assessment so that you can help to critique your own notice.
I am.
Yes. So I would consider this a successful event. Here, our Newbie Tuesday. For those who don't have the link to our Newbie Tuesday guide, can somebody please share it to, excuse me, cucumbers.
With the newbie
Yeah,
Tuesday.
if you can share the guide to our friends on TikTok. Also, again, I
Ooh.
want to reiterate, guys, this is my only lawful living account. This is my only lawful living account. It actually says at lawfulliving.com, the whole name of my website, not at somebody mama, at some chief Yasan, or at, work at home and all this other stuff. It's at lawfulliving.com.
Very good.
So block the one that has the lawfulliving.com _ They just
It's
followed me.
not underscore. It's not lawful living _com.
Yeah, they got lawfulliving.com and an underscore after that. That's
Yeah, it's
why
none of that. Thank
that's
you.
why. Yeah, so it's a few pages, but that's why.
Coach 4567. That's not me. Also,
Right.
if you see somebody coming into your inbox, it's not gonna be me. I don't even answer my own inbox. Do you guys know that I
Yeah,
actually
you
just
don't.
outsourced checking my email as of yesterday? I'm not even checking that. So if you get a communication from me, it ain't me. If you got it, I'm too busy. I can't. I'm just saying.
And check our messages.
I know.
The Newbie Tuesday guide, I think we're going to need like a 20 or something because I think that it might be cheap.
Sometimes this is how I'm checking my messages.
Did you see the video of with the guy bringing the auditor in the court with him to audit the judge?
I saw that. I don't people like theater and I'm not into theater. I'm into fuck you quietly, just sent in an email, forget about you. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that.
Eating them for breakfast.
My consultations are $250 an hour. Do you think I'm going to argue with somebody for free? Somebody tell me what value is it for me to go to court and do those things? Can somebody tell me?
Shit, go to court, $2,000 to get bailed out. Just a whole bunch of bullshit. Don't go.
I mean,
I ain't going.
or do go. I'm not here to tell anybody not to go. I'm here to tell y'all why Malika ain't going. Okay?
I learned from Malika mistakes.
That's how I learn. I'll be like, don't do that. I'll be learning from y'all mistakes. Never do that. Shout out to everybody who taught me what not to do.
Thank you.
Okay. I just as appreciate the people who I've learned what not to do than what to do. Exactly.
I don't know if you remember last week, Friday, in regards to the sheriff I gave you.
Yes.
Did you get that email?
I did not even look at it.
Okay.
I'm not lying. Okay.
No, you asked me for proof. I just gave you the proof. And
I will be
proof,
posting
too.
it. Did y'all hear that? Homeboy is making sure I got his receipts. Okay.
And Malika, check this out. Look what happened now. The creditors are coming off of the bankruptcy because of this.
What?
I had 7 of them. Now I have 3.
The other 3 probably just ain't checked their email. They on Christmas break already.
No, they don't want no part.
We don't want no problems. Who? We don't want no problems. Who? Attorneys, look, get my cup ready. I didn't even finish drinking my coffee today. It's full of attorneys' tears. Come on, light warrior just sprinkled a little bit more on there.
Newbie Tuesday link is officially pinned on TikTok. It actually worked this time.
It actually worked. Download the Google Doc, guys. Download the free guide. It's not selling you anything. It's not selling you anything.
For $2.99. And you need to get
It's not even selling you anything for free $99.
You can get the ebook for $2.99 with the class. Stop.
Yes, from a fake lawful living account.
Wow.
Because even when you go to that fake lawfulliving.com _ account, they don't link to lawfulliving.com or freedomfromgovernment.org. They say, come holla at me on Telegram for a consultation. I don't even give y'all my Telegram group. Not saying that y'all can't invite people. Y'all can invite whoever y'all want. But I can't be keeping that link on the top of my mind and be like, oh no, come to my Telegram. Why?
The email link also has a weird looking email.
Right. And I told y'all, support at lawfulliving.com, support at freedomfromgovernment.org, and nothing else. I don't solicit. Yeehaw! See, I caught that one.
Yeah, I told Lotus because Lotus was the first to catch that Yasan character, and she sent that to me. So when shout out to R.A. Walker, right? One of our friends. So when she sent me that one, I said, you know what? I'm with the shits tonight. So that's why I was up.
Yeah, she carbon copied the both of us. So I appreciate you making that video. I made mine like 5 minutes before you did, but I saved it as a draft because I didn't want it to interlap with another post that I was making.
Got you.
So that people didn't make it. But that's why I posted yours immediately in the stories.
Word.
And then this morning I posted the one that I made showing the whole conversation, guys. Even down to the end where they said, I'm just a boy trying to raise money for something or whatever. And I just want to say this too, that yes, Chief Yasan, that person was impersonating them, impersonating me. It's like Tropic Thunder, okay? It's a dude playing another dude disguised as another dude. Because
the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
They use the fake Chief Yashan, so they put a dot in the middle. So they have it as Chief Yashan or whatever, which is different from the other guy's actual Chief Yashan page. It doesn't even say that, right? And then they're using my picture and then my post. You see what I'm saying? So they're like hiding in layers. The dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Like that's what's happening. It might even be a woman.
Would that be like digital cross-dressing? Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Or something. So I am not gonna go or encourage anybody else to go and like attack anybody that even though we might suspect, because it's not certain. Like they're making fake accounts of a bunch of people and then impersonating those people to impersonate other people to obscure who they actually are. So I don't know if TikTok is gonna get like one of those like badges that you could actually tell who's the original or the one you're actually looking for. I don't know how they're going to do that or if they're ever going to do that. But if they do, I will definitely subscribe for that because even people that I thought know me, guys, if you know me,
got a feeling of who it is.
You will not be caught by like if Malika's emailing you, you know it ain't Malika. I'm just
got a feeling.
Y'all be getting all excited like Malika's reaching out to me asking me for help. No, I'm not.
Word.
Okay. Someone asked what time is class on Saturday. We don't have Rima's class? I don't know. It's early AF. That's why I don't get on often. It starts at 8:00 my time. I'll be like, ugh. It's tad.
Yeah, that's a permission-based type of attendance.
Yeah. You gotta ask that particular friend-in-law. You gotta know her. She has to know you. Because people share their private information, their personal information, guys, okay? They show their whole name, whole address. We talk about dollars and cents, okay? We talk about what people's refunds are and tax issues and all that. So it's just not a general like everybody could get the number. But if you do know Rima and she know you might be able to talk with her. Ashley's putting in her bid. Hey Rima girl, hey. We friends already on lawfulliving.com, girl.
I know, girl.
Yes.
Hey, Quick Lynn. Glad to see you on this side of the jail. Okay. Somebody said they McReal asked about you. You too, Yeshua. McReal asked about you guys yesterday. I told him to reach out. So he asked me for your number, but I didn't have it like right offhand, and I was outside. So check in on him. If you guys, oh, he's coming to visit. He said he's coming to visit over here. Yes, he did. I said, yeah, you can visit with the both of us. McReal want to come and work on the land, y'all. Y'all coming? I told him he might want to wait till March. He's like, I work in the cold. N-word. Y'all know how he talk. Peace, y'all. I told him I'll put him to work. I asked him if he know how to use an excavator. He said no. I'm like, so what good are you? What? Right? Come in the spring. It's okay. If he comes now, I'll find something for him to do. Peace, y'all. Till next time. My pleasure.